Hello everybody, welcome back to the table. So what we have here today are two packs from Kershaw, and these are the holiday packs, and you can find these on sale at Walmart. So these type of holiday exclusives you can usually find in the sporting goods section of your local Walmart. And they're usually very budgety items, and they are just produced for the holiday season. So if these are of interest to you, now is the time to go pick them up. Sometimes some stores will have them after the holidays at a discount, but it's really hard to tell what's going to be popular and what's going to sell through. So we have two packs. We have the traditional pack here, as well as the assisted open pack. So this video is going to focus on the traditional pack. So I'll do another video on the assisted open pack very soon. So for now, we'll set this one aside. And today we're going to take a look at the Kershaw traditional pack. The markings on this is the 2022 promo 1X. And so they do mark this, in fact, the traditional pack right here. And we can see, of course, there are 3 knives in this package. So none of these holiday packs that Kershaw has this year have any multi-tools or anything besides knives. So we can see 3 knives right here. We have one with a 1.6-inch blade, 3-inch blade, 2.375-inch blade, and all the specs here on the back. So what you could expect are some fairly low-end materials here, because we are getting a 3-pack of knives, and these packs retail for about $22, which might seem a bit pricey for you, but we also have to keep in mind, should these packs survive till after the holiday season, they often go for sale as low as $6 or $7 for the same exact package. And they also make very nice Christmas gifts for the knife lover in your life. So I do love the packaging, of course, very forested, very holiday themed, even though they don't mention Christmas or anything on here. But this one being called the traditional pack, what do we have in here? So let's take a look. So we have a liner lock, a slip joint, and a lock back. And if these knives look familiar to you, some of them actually may. This one right here, from my research, I was doing a little bit of looking up on these knives. This is actually a version of the Kershaw DWO. And so that particular knife has been a pattern around since the 1980s. And we have a modern variant produced here with some low-end steel, but still the same rubberized handle, same lockback mechanism. And right next to it, this is kind of the star of the show, this big guy in the middle. This is actually a dumbed-down version of the Kershaw Parley. And the Parley is a slip joint that Kershaw released, I want to say 2020, 2021, somewhere around there. So it's relatively recent design. But this version here, if we look on the back right here, of course, the small model has glass fill nylon handles. This one has POM handles, and the DWO Proxy has rubber overmold handles. POM handles, what is that? So POM, I had to look it up. It's polyoxylmethylene, or some sort of fancy name for a plastic handle. So we can see that there is some texture, some grip on there. So we're going to take a look at these knives, of course, up close. So let's go ahead and open this pack and check them out. So we'll just go through them one at a time. Knife 1, knife 2, and knife 3. So I'll put some chapter markers here in this video so you can jump to whichever knife is of interest to you immediately and get your information. So Kershaw Holiday Pack, this is the traditional pack, and we are going to open each knife one at a time. So let's go ahead and do that. Okay, so we are going to set the packaging aside for right now, our holiday pack, and let's take a look at these 3 knives. So what we have on the table right here, we have our liner lock, our slip joint, and our lock back mechanisms right here. So the one that's kind of, even though it's called the traditional pack, in my opinion, the liner lock right here, this looks very much like one of Kershaw's modern designs. I could not find any proxy for it that is directly trying to emulate, but we do see some modern features on here. So of course, a liner lock action has this little like lanyard hole, and they call this a pry bar / screwdriver. So I guess you could use it as a flathead, a very blunt one, as well as a pry tip right here, but it also makes a big opening lanyard hole. So kind of interesting. And being a liner lock, we do have a little bit of a thumb cut out right here for the knife, and you can check out the lockup. Is there any play? No play. Up or down, side to side. All these knives are going to have the same markings, so the 2022 promo 1. And of course, they are all made in China. And the blade steel on all these knives, if you hadn't seen it on the package, this is going to be a 3CR13 MOV pack. And of course, the small knife right here. Not really the star of the show, but we do have the GFN handles, very futuristic markings on it, like a lot of new Kershaws have. So it doesn't really fit in a traditional pack. You know, maybe, maybe not, but it is what it is. So this is the Kershaw. I don't even know. It doesn't have a model name. They just call it the Promo 1. But this is the small version with the smaller blade. So let's set that aside for right now. And of course, this one right here, the classic Kershaw design. This is the Kershaw DWO, but this, of course, version comes in the promo pack, so they have the same markings on the blade. So that 3CR13 steel, we can see it right there. Feels sharp. Let's go ahead and check out that lock back mechanism. And of course, the handles here have a rubberized feel to it, so very rubbery handles. Flathead screw to adjust it, which is nice, and two-hand opening, of course. So this is very much as a traditional, so very much a design that Kershaw has used before. We have the Kershaw logo on one side, and of course the China markings on the other. So kind of interesting. So this is the Kershaw DWO reborn in this holiday pack. Whereas the one that kind of interested me the most with this one is this right here. So this is a budget version, a dumbed down monkey version of the Kershaw Parley. And I saw that original design when it was released relatively recently. And the original model of this knife has micarta handles. It has not great steel. It has a 7CR steel instead of a 3CR. But everything else is pretty much the same. It has pinned together design. It has brass liners, as you can see. And of course, this cleaver style blade is kind of the in vogue thing, or at least it was when it was released. And same markings, of course. And you might notice these little tiny insignias on some of the blades. Those just signify that these knives were designed in-house by Kershaw's own knife design team, as opposed to an outside designer. But this is a slip joint, so no lock mechanism on it. So let's check that out. Closed. We can see, of course, this big flare out because it is a huge cleaver blade. The satin finish on the handle or on the blade itself, you can see it does kind of attract fingerprints, and all satin finishes do, but you can kind of see there, you know, it's going to show its wear on it quite a bit. But there's no half stop. It just is one long, smooth pull. It's easy to open. No issues there. You can see the back spring right there. And let's see if it's flush. Yeah, definitely flush and open and close position. You can see the centering there, a little bit off, but for a slip joint, not a big deal. In all, this is actually kind of a nice knife. There's some jimping here on the top of the blade. The plastic handles, of course, there's kind of like a faux bolster area right here, which is just smooth plastic and some texture. So is it the highest quality material? You know, absolutely not. But for the budget, they had to get to a price point to make some profit here. And so that's where the sacrifices were made. Handle material, blade steel, but otherwise this is the Kershaw Parley, produced still by Kershaw, just with some downgraded materials to make the knife less expensive for this holiday pack. So very, very nice. So yeah, no issues opening or closing that one. The other design here, of course, the DWO, pretty much unchanged since the original release. And the new guy to the bunch, this is our promo knife. So this is our little 1.6-inch blade, very lightweight. Let's pull out the scales and check out the weights on these knives. So the small knife weighs in at not even 1 ounce, and that's awesome because, of course, you could also use this big opening hole as a keychain. So you could stick this knife on a keychain and just have a sharp little blade with you wherever you go. So that's kind of the point there. The Kershaw lockback DWO design. Let's check out the weight. And still fairly lightweight, less than 2 ounces, 1.75 ounces. And again, kind of makes sense. Very lightweight design. There's not much to it. No pocket clips, no fancy materials, just a blade and a rubber handle. And the bigger knife here, we have brass liners, but still plastic handles. So this one's probably still pretty lightweight too. So let's check out the Parley, 2.5 ounces, right on the dot. Awesome. So a 2.5 ounce knife, 1.75 ounce knife, less than 1 ounce knife. We can see the scales here. But for 22 bucks, is this worth it to you? I think it would make a handy gift for somebody who likes knives or is interested in cutlery at all. It's a cool design. And so the question here is, of course, when you're knife shopping at Walmart in the holiday time season, one of your competitors here are going to be these, of course, Ozark trail knives. And so, of course, the difference between our Ozark trail knives and these Kershaw holiday packs is that the Kershaw knives do have a lifetime warranty, or they call it a limited lifetime warranty, which means if there's actually something wrong with these knives, something breaks, it's defective somehow, you can send it back to Kershaw and they'll fix it or replace it. You know, with the Ozark trail knives, sure, they cost less, but if something goes wrong with these, you just throw them out and you buy a new one. And so the fact that you're getting a discount knife from a reputable knife brand means that you do have some of that peace of mind that comes with it. So take that for what it is. This is the Kershaw traditional pack for the 2022 holiday season. If you have any questions about what we've seen on the video here, feel free to drop a comment below. Hopefully this was useful for you. And if you don't see these in your local Walmart, go search very carefully. Look at the end caps. Look in the aisles for those island pallets. Look in the knife section. It took me quite a while to find all these packs in one Walmart because of the disorganization. Things aren't where they're supposed to be. So your local Walmart may not have them at all, but give it a thorough once over before you give up. So any other questions, of course, feel free to drop a comment below. Hope you all have a nice day, everyone. See you later.